Here's how I want to close. I want to make 4 statements, 4 things about work that I think are true, and then we'll be done. The first statement is that everybody here, your work has eternal implications, even if you don't think it has any eternal value. Your work, you may think my work doesn't matter and my work is insignificant. Nobody is going to be influenced by my job. No one's going to go to heaven because I'm doing what I'm doing. And the answer to that objection is you're wrong. Your work, no matter what it is, all work matters to God because all work is used by God for eternal implications, even if it doesn't have any eternal value. And you may be right. Maybe your job isn't going to help somebody come to faith in Christ or whatever, but God is using how you work in your job right now. He's watching that. He's evaluating that, and your eternity or somebody else's eternity may very well be influenced by the way in which you do your job. All work has eternal implications, even if it doesn't have any eternal value. Implication number 1. So you can go to work knowing, whether I'm installing toilets or cleaning toilets, you can go to work knowing God sees what you're doing and is interested in it, rejoices in it, and is keen to use it for his purposes, whether on this earth or in the next life. All work matters because all work has eternal implications. Implication number 2 is how you work is more important than where you work. It's real common in our society when you interact with somebody brand new, you meet somebody that within the first 5 questions that they ask you, they're going to ask you, what do you do? What do you do for a living? Or if you're in church world and you're a preacher, they'll say, how many are y'all running? Almost like your worth as a human being is depending on how much your attendance is. Which is really kind of crummy and false. So what do you do? And the reason we kind of, in our culture, we put value statements on an occupation. So if you're like in Wall Street, I guess it depends who you talk to, but a Wall Street job, man, you make a lot of money, therefore you must be important. Or you have you work at a fast food restaurant, you must not be very important because you don't make a lot of money. And we have a tendency in our culture to put those kind of value statements on those. And from the Lord's perspective, all I'm saying is he doesn't care about that. Whether you're Wall Street or McDonald's, what you do, where you work is insignificant. What matters is how you work where you're at. How you work is much more important than where. And you may be in a job and you're thinking to yourself, Lord, if you would just get me out of here, then I would put my heart into my work. Just give me my dream job, and then I'll honor you. And it could be the Lord is waiting for you right there where you're at in your crummy job. He may just very well be waiting for you to put your heart in it. And if you'll put your heart in it here, then maybe he'll give you the better work, the greater job. Some of you can attest to this. Where doesn't matter nearly as much as how. So work